Hello, everybody. Jared Ice and Mike Pegger here with Sex, Drugs, and Opera. This is your episode 4, June 29, 2019, season 2, episode 12. How the fuck are you doing?
Dude, why are you looking at your watch? It's an analog watch.
I have a date on it.
Oh, okay.
Today's the 28th, so that means tomorrow's 29th. Anyway, we fucking been blessed. A goddess has come down
Oh, happy day!
to our dirty fucking cellar.
I love it.
Yes.
Our first female on the podcast.
You said you were going to shout today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Literally 2 minutes ago.
You promised me you wouldn't shout.
Come on, you knew that was an empty promise. A paper tiger.
Queen,
you knew it.
Mike, introduce her, please.
So
Jeez.
we've got the queen of the belt, the queen bee. Her name is Beatrice Reece, baby, is in the house today. We're spreading our wings a little bit. I'm sorry, am I peeking like crazy, dude?
I'm turning you down. You're getting put in the shush
I'm
box.
excited. I love Bee.
Yeah.
Back
I
off
want her
the
here.
mic. I gotta turn so I can see y'all. Yeah, man. Mike just gave you kind of a boxing intro, but that's
All right.
not what
fine.
you do.
Beatrice Reece.
Our neighbors fucking hate us.
Yeah, I know.
We're here over here.
Yeah, we're here not enough. So anyway, for you, those of you who don't know, this is normally an opera podcast. We like to think that we have more range than that, though. But you're more of a musical theater singer.
Literally, I'm a musical theatre thing.
It's never been anything else. You never sang the 24 Italian art songs. You've
No.
never touched Caro Mio Ben.
Oh, so well, yeah, obviously. I
Yeah,
have.
see.
But
see.
because
You got
my
a
daddy
taste of
was
it.
an opera singer.
Oh,
So,
are you serious?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, he was from Yoakum, Texas, and he was a little tenor.
yeah, you
Well,
have
actually, a big tenor.
You have a clearly Texas accent.
Yeah, you sound
Very well. Well, my mum's from London, so obviously.
But you grew up in Germany,
I did, yes. I went to school in London.
so you refused to adapt your father's accent.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Why? Can you?
No, my mum, no, very badly, very poorly. My mum did not want us to have the American accent, so we did the British thing.
Really?
Kind of stuck.
Did she train it out of you?
I think she just never let it happen.
I'm gonna.
I think
I'm
you
gonna
need
give
to eat that
I'm
mic a little
I'm
bit
gonna
more.
give you a little
Closer.
bit more mic. We're not singing
I'm just,
here.
I know, I'm just really used to always being quite far away, so it's very intimidating.
No, we
want
wanna-
mic technique. We don't.
Just turn up the sultry stuff. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
That's
There you go.
now you're getting the color.
We got it. No, we got it.
So hold on, I got to get caught up here. So your father was from Texas,
Yes.
opera singer,
Yes.
in the UK.
No, in the States, but then he came over to Germany
Okay.
and met my mum in Lübeck, because my mum's a ballet dancer.
Oh, that's classic.
She trained at the Royal Academy of London.
Okay, I heard belly dancer.
Ballet.
I did not hear ballet dancer.
A ballet.
A ballet.
A ballet dancer.
Okay, so your dad's from Texas, your
Yes.
mom's from London,
Yeah.
and then they stayed in Germany.
Yeah, they met in Lübeck. They were at the house in Lübeck together, and then I think they went straight to Detmold. Had my sister, went to Gelsenkirchen,
Okay.
I think, and then had me.
And so then music was kind of like something that you just had from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like is one of those stories.
Yeah, I started ballet when I was 2,
Cool.
as you can tell.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've seen you dance. You can fucking dance, girl.
Then I started violin and tap when I was 5.
Yeah.
Cannot play a note on a violin anymore.
No.
I played till I was 13, so I played 8 years.
And it's gone.
Literally, I'm just like,
That's bullshit. I
like
don't believe
chopsticks.
it.
No, I tried the other day.
I think we have a violin here.
Yeah,
with
it's just
us.
like, yeah, and then I started singing because my parents were very, they were very aware not to start us too early with like big things, like
Yeah.
you know, on singing we weren't allowed to. I wasn't allowed to join the school choir, which I didn't understand. But my dad didn't want us to get bad habits.
Oh, so he was like trying to preserve your voice. He's like, you're gonna be, hey, that's not bad.
I didn't get it, and that was there were some issues there.
Really?
But then when I was 9, we started singing,
Okay.
and then I think he understood that there was potential.
Did he train you?
Yeah.
Your father gave you voice
So
lessons.
Yes,
it was
till-
fucking
till
Leopold
literally-
and
till
Little
literally
Mozart.
till he died. Till he died. Like I would go.
Like he was your lifelong voice teacher.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
that's
went
amazing.
to college in London, but it was like a musical theatre college, so it was more dancing,
Okay.
and there was singing, but you know, in groups and not singing like I was used to sing. Like we
Yeah.
would sing for hours. Like we would first do our warm-up exercises, then we would do Lutken.
You mean in your
which
voice
is-
lessons with
Yeah,
your dad?
yeah.
Okay.
So we had like full-on thing, and then we would start on, you know, note for note, go through whatever I sang. You know.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Just
And,
hours and like once a week, or was it like
well,
all the time? Like,
all-
you want a voice lesson spontaneously?
No, that was also planned, but it was always because we have a to add to the story. We have a theatre school now in Dorsten in Germany.
Okay.
So there was also obviously official voice lessons, you know, with groups, older people, younger people, where my which my daddy was teaching, so I would do that.
Okay.
And on top of that, I would have private.
Very cool.
Also, I would be dancing with my mum.
Was there like a lack of theater schools then? Because you said now there's a theater school. Were there not so many theater schools in Germany then back then when you wanted to go? Like with a musical theater program. Like, did you have to go to a Hochschule then if you wanted to do it in Germany?
First of all, Dorsten is a very small, small town. So there was just the VHS, Volkshochschule, which wasn't. But
it's like a community college.
But lots of people can teach that. So it wasn't. It's not. So they're not really
the standard or what?
The standard that my parents wanted.
I see.
And my dad and my mum wanted to be more together. Obviously, we all know it's very hard if you're a freelancer to have a family. Well, not to have the family. It's easy to have the family, but then
that part's fun.
And fun,
Be part of the family is kind of difficult.
Making the family's the funnest part.
And then they opened up this school, and actually, it's incredible. Now I've been there for 22 years. My daddy passed away quite a long time ago.
Sorry. Did your dad push you towards opera? Or did he let your voice kind of develop and he heard like you had a theater?
Yeah, no. So we did. It was basically classical. We did do songs like "Think Twice" from Celine Dion, but literally in a very round sound. You know, it was always. It took me a while to understand that you don't have to do everything very round.
I could have danced all night.
Yes, did that too. Oh, I've done it all. I did. I dreamed a dream when I was about 12.
Yeah.
You know.
Jesus.
So it took me a while. I didn't actually understand that I could belt.
Yeah.
Till a lot later.
Just through like self-discovery, or like your dad wasn't really pushing
he was never pushy, but he did say if you want to do something, we have to do it right.
Okay,
that's good.
He said
advice.
if you want to sing,
you're
going to have the work ethic, and you're going to have to sing. And so when I was a teenager, I also was younger than everybody of my friends because I went to school when I was 5.
Okay.
And in Germany, it's usually 6 or 7. But because I'm an October child, they put me in early because that's what they used to.
Because she's fucking brilliant.
I'm not
they just
brilliant.
Pushed her into that.
But, and so when they were all going to parties, my dad would be like, yeah, but we have to sing tomorrow, so you have to be home by 10. And
no way.
But I was very fast. I started doing deals.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just on it. I was just like, so, can I do a voice lesson today for an hour and a half, and then can I go to the party?
Yeah.
And
so that's fair.
That kind of
you learned to negotiate. Then,
I was negotiating my ass off by the end of it.
I love it.
Just to get to do, because I like to do everything. I like to, and I still have that till this day. I like to get everything done to then play and party. But if
so you like to do all the work done, and then you play. And you play hard?
Kind of.
You do your thing.
I do. I once heard on one of your podcasts.
You do your thing.
I do my thing, and sadly I'm always very loud, and I know it seems atrocious and big and drama to a lot of people, but it's just the way I am. And then once I let go, I just want to be free.
Baby, let it go.
Yes.
You got to fucking let it go.
I mean, we don't know anything about being loud.
No. Oh, yeah, come on, Michael. Literally.
Mike can't turn that stuff down.
I wish I could.
No, but I heard you on your
sex.
podcast saying that you're not one of those singers who takes care of their voices.
No, that's not true.
I was just going to say, I'm one of those.
I heard that you're a fucking shitty singer, Mike.
No, I didn't. No. This is my second show with him. No.
No. It's not that I don't take care of my voice. It's that I don't give a fuck. No, I just.
It's the special
there's
things.
There's more. I would rather stop singing entirely if it meant that I couldn't enjoy life. Dude, what is wrong with you right now?
I got like allergies or something, man. I've had this cough for like 9 months.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, dude.
I think I'm allergic to milk. If you want to talk about
what?
it. Yeah, I was suspicious that I'm allergic to milk because every time I had a coffee with milk before you got here, and now I'm fucking coughing. Okay?
I'm gonna. Step
Can you become allergic to milk later in your life?
Yes.
But
I trust you. You're doctors.
But usually it's not. It's usually not the coughing that happens. Usually you kind of get the.
Yeah, that's what they say. But
the poo-poos.
I did a show this weekend, and the soprano was eating cake, and she's like, "Oh, does this have hazelnut in it?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'm allergic." And I was like, "Are you gonna die?"
What?
She's like, "No, I'll just cough some."
I used to.
And I was like, "Man, this is me with the milk."
My roommate in college used to have one of those fucking like carry an EpiPen around with him everywhere. Peanut allergies, right?
Yeah.
So I would wake him up some mornings by just opening his door and throwing a peanut butter jar into his door.
Open?
No, it wouldn't be open because that would literally kill him, but it would scare him a little bit.
Yeah.
But to bring it back around,
I always told him that I wanted to put some peanuts in his food sometimes just so I could stab him in the heart with the EpiPen like in Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Come on, wouldn't that be fucking Pulp Fiction? 1, 2, 3, blah!
Yeah, if it wasn't like a real life.
If I could somehow do it
you were
without
gambling with a human life.
And you would know what you're actually doing.
Yeah, but I don't want that. I want the thrill
You
of
want
not
the
knowing what the
drama.
fuck is going
You
on.
want the drama.
Yeah, I understand, man. That serial killer mindset. I get that. But you don't. So what you're talking about with your voice, though, is that like it's the extra shit. You know what I mean?
No, it's
like you're not damaging your voice, not giving a fuck. But if you can't fucking ever have a good time.
That's right. I mean, well, first off, like I said, I have a different thing. Like, I don't have many rituals that I'll do on the day of a performance. I don't like get all fucking nervous about it. I live my life and then I go fucking sing, right?
Yeah.
And the moment singing starts really impeding exactly what I want to do in life,
Like that work-life balance.
Pavarotti had this quote or something. He's like, I bought this beautiful boat, but I can never go on my boat because I cannot. I have to dedicate myself. And I'm like, don't buy the fucking boat.
Yeah.
Don't buy a fucking boat. And by the way,
or do half the gigs, man. You got enough money.
if I could ever fucking afford a boat, I would buy it.
Yeah.
And if my singing got in the way, I might just quit singing.
But then you have to still pay for the boat.
That's right. But
that's the problem. But you can
street corners.
They can't stop you from singing.
I was Catholic for 26 years. My knees have calluses on them like you don't believe.
Oh, where's the button? Whap, whap.
Whap, 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 whap. By the way, I didn't mean sucking dick at the church. I meant kneeling on the kneelers, assholes.
What does that mean?
You fucking.
And so then what did they have to do? Street
Catholics.
You were making a blowjob joke.
Yeah.
Don't
But I wasn't.
backpedal.
But I noticed the double meeting because of all the Catholic. I'm in this hole now.
Yeah.
I'm in this hole.
But you're used to that from Catholic Church. Oh man, there it is. Anyway.
Oh no, losing subscribers left and right. Yeah.
We all know. All right. So, getting back to the musical theater thing.
Hey, I got a question for you. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
I've got one for you.
This is normal. I'm used to it.
Jared and I recently on one of the podcasts we had this discussion about this group of people who are the biggest dicks in the world about like, oh my God, the art of classical singing is dead. Here, listen to this person. I mean, you can hear just how the quality, the golden age of classical singing is gone. Does that exist at all in the musical theater world where people are like, oh my God, the standards are going down so hard nowadays? Does that exist?
Wow. I personally haven't heard that.
See? Isn't that nice?
I've heard the classical thing.
Right,
Like, I've heard that thing.
Because people like to put up classical music like...
Also, I've heard that musical theatre isn't actually art. Also, I've heard that musical theatre is easy.
Boo.
So,
Those are people who've never done musical
one
theater.
should respect everybody's art.
Well, because musical theater is interesting because, I mean, opera is too, I guess, in that, like, you had the Baroque period and then it changed so much over the years, but we still do all these old fucking, like, theater, these museum pieces. But also musical theater, I mean, like, your guys' classics would be, like, the shit from the 50s and 60s, right?
Yeah, like Cole Porter and all that, or, like Kiss Me Kate and Into the Woods and Oklahoma or whatever.
And so are there any people that start getting upset about the difference in, like, belting versus, like, a mixed sound with that stuff? Like, this isn't authentic,
Well, that is always, I think, subject to the MD or the director.
But people don't get upset about it because, like, I've heard Carousel, like, straight up belted before, but then I've heard it sung, like, almost operatically, But
that's what I mean. Like, first of all, I think it always has, first thing, everything has to do with money.
Yeah.
So the people that, if they have some people who are in the house who are fest, and they can kind of do it.
I see.
They'll first take
because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Just let them fucking okay.
So you have like Michael.
I'm cheap as dirt.
No, I'm joking.
I'm
But
cheap.
like
You can
Michael,
find me on the street corner.
Michael works in
No,
the
but you're right.
shows that I'm working.
Yeah,
so,
But Mike wouldn't go audition for a musical theater thing.
No. But I'm saying musical theatre, like especially Stadttheater or Staatstheater, they will always take the people they have. They will always try and see who they can take from their ensemble.
Well, and I want to let you finish your thought, but for our listeners, I have to say, because if you're fest as an opera singer, you have to expect that they will ask you to do this stuff.
Every once in a while, but I went a good 6 years in Germany before I was ever asked to do a musical.
Yeah, then you had to.
Then I had to, but I did it gladly.
Yeah, but Footloose you like, right?
Footloose I don't like. I have come to the point of loving it.
Oh, I like
he
that.
got
I
you.
mean, the piece itself has a bunch of problems, I think, but it's an enjoyable show.
Yes.
And for me, it's something that you can bite into a little bit, and you can really sort of give yourself emotionally to it, which is not every role. Lots of roles, you're like, okay, well, you can't, like, there's not material there that I really connect with, right?
Yeah.
But on this one, there was stuff there that I could connect with, and that's...
Also because you did it already in high school, huh?
So it was my first piece that I ever did in high school as a soloist, ever, was Reverend Moore in high school, and now I was able to do it again.
Yeah.
Which remind me of that. You asked her a question, so I wanted to get back to that, but we'll talk about that in a second, because I had an epiphany
well, then you hold on to that, little Pegasus. So then... you like that? So then you said that fest singers, of course, affect the technique being used in the piece.
Yeah, well, because then that kind of... And then also it depends on what's... Like, if let's say we have an old musical theatre piece, you know? But the director kind of wants to jazz it up and make it a little bit more fresh and new, because his whole what's Inszenierung in English?
Like the staging.
Yeah, the staging is also fresh and new. You know, because then you will then go more into belting.
I see.
So
I see.
You know, also like I did Anna Tefka, Fiddler on the Roof, in Magdeburg just a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And I kind of I kept I don't think I can say I kept it classically, because that would be incorrect.
Yeah.
But I did keep it back.
So then you let the staging, or like just the general feel of the show, affect the color you're using when you sing.
Yes, and I try to do whatever the MD wants from me in that moment, and I try to get all aspects in, but also bring my individuality.
Oh,
yes.
Hey, listen, I'm going to ask you to eat this mic a little bit more.
More?
Yeah. Unless you start shouting, then you got to back up.
Yeah, but we're eating it a lot. I'm afraid that people will tune it to our. Oh
no, you better listen to what I have to say.
You better listen to what I have to say. You don't fuck around with B.
No,
I think that's cool though that you can like adapt your color that much, because like what we do, it's not really a possibility. You know, if they put Bohem on the moon, you still have to fucking, you know what I mean? It's like if you sing Marcello, you have to fucking sing it the same way every damn time you sing it.
And
you can't be like, oh, this is really modern, so I'm gonna like put a little straight tone in and then bring the vibrato in. You can't do that.
Oh, there's no room for wiggling. Like there's.
It's so subtle that I think people wouldn't even know. You know, they're like, he's not doing any portamentos on. Like it's like this little shit.
Which is which is entirely constricting.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is the art in that if you can't even decide? No, I want to do. I heard something in musical theater. I want to integrate that into this, which you can. You can do it, but then it's generally in your technique.
Yeah.
I mean, often there's not like the extreme difference between, like, if you hear somebody belting and then they're singing classically, right? Yeah. Those are two different sounds.
Yeah. It's also two different techniques.
Right.
People often say that theater has more of an emphasis, like musical theater is like one of the biggest difference between theater and opera is that in theater there's an emphasis on words. Do you think that's true? That like you're allowed to make sacrifices for like the general melody or something to emphasize a word, like talking in the middle of a line.
I mean, the
story
will always win.
Yeah.
Like I will let my voice crack if that's if like. I think a lot of singers also say that I go into this mode where I then I'm then that what I'm singing I'm that singer then there, and then if my voice cracks or if if just a word comes out, like I did Hairspray, I was Tracy, and there's this Good Morning Baltimore reprise where she's in the jail, right? And it's actually really, really beautiful music because it's just, it's very straight up to the top, and you can crescendo up to the top, and then you take it right back. Cool. And when sometimes, because I just had that spot, and if I was in a big house because I was on tour, and then you could hear that everybody was just so quiet. Look, I'm getting goose pimples where I'm doing it. And then I would take it back. Yeah. And sometimes, literally, I hardly had a word to come out. Yeah. Because I was so in the music and what I'm singing and what I'm thinking about. And do you know, the first time I didn't get a clap for that song, I was devastated. Yeah. But after the third time, I was just like, oh, it's because they're
in it with you.
They don't want to ruin. They don't want to ruin the moment.
They don't want to ruin the moment, and it was really.
So
so you guys know what I'm on about. So you guys had that too when
of course,
because you as a singer are allowed to, and that's what I love about Stadttheater and Staatstheater. I have and also the directors I worked with, I've been very lucky that they They always let me put a little bit of a bee dust on it, a little bit of
Bee dust.
sprinkling.
Well, that pollen, I think it's called.
Well, I like to call it fairy dust,
It's called
darling.
bee jizz. Anyway, that's. I mean, you're singing the SDAO song right now. Basically, if you go back and listen to us, we talk about how, like, holding the technique up as its own end.
Yeah.
And nothing can be sacrificed for that. It's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. And if
Yeah.
you're willing to sacrifice something for the drama, which, by the way, I know people say that that's the difference between opera and musical theater.
Yeah.
If you're saying that,
Yeah.
you're not doing opera well.
Yeah,
You're not doing opera well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a time and a place. Like, if you're watching a concert and everyone's standing there with music, then it's like time to sing something perfectly, I guess.
Right,
But
exactly.
if you're on stage and you're throwing somebody across the stage, why can't you have a little in your voice?
You want to
know?
have a little, and the
why
words
is-
have to matter.
But why isn't that perfect?
Exactly.
That's the other question. Like, why isn't that perfect? Just because, like, I am still singing on key,
Yeah.
and I'm still doing my crescendo, decrescendo. I'm still doing my piano or my fortissimo. I'm
Yeah.
still doing all that. But why? Because I'm putting an emphasis on something, or why? Because I'm putting my heart into it,
Yeah.
and it gives a reaction. Why is that imperfect? That is the perfection of that makes my song, because people can relate.
Yeah.
They know if they're so upset that their voice breaks.
Yeah.
They know that when they're so happy that they might go another tone higher.
Sing it.
Mike's going to church right now.
Yeah, because that's what I live for.
Man.
That's what I live for. That's
Yeah,
what
of
I.
course.
That's why I.
Yeah,
Because
but-
you're an artist.
No, and that's
you do art.
exactly right. But the thing about art and the thing about feeling feelings is that, like, you don't need to define everything. You know what I mean? But the critics and people who write an article about something, they want
They need something to
definitions.
fucking
They
write.
want a standard, and you can't say it was an incredible moment. Like, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. It's like, that's not a standard. That's not measurable. That's not quantifiable. And I agree with you, by the way, right? Like, I agree that should be the goal, is entertaining people in ways that go beyond words. That's the whole fucking point of music. But when people try to put it into words, then that's when we get stuck in these boxes of standards. You know what I mean?
Well, that
Because
may
it's
be
like,
in your critics, like in musical
Yeah.
theatre. That's exactly what they would write.
really?
That's true.
I mean, they should, and that's why it's way more popular than opera.
You know though,
Yeah.
that might come down from the standard of what defines bel canto, right? Bel canto, you are allowed. So we're talking about
You were allowed,
sacrificing.
probably.
We're sacrificing voice in the at the feet of the moment and expression, right?
Yeah.
Bel canto oftentimes was you sacrifice perhaps the right vowel,
Yeah.
just so the voice sounds better.
Yeah, like,
sound
okay.
of the voice was a very, very important thing, and
More
perhaps
than the words or what?
Yeah, I mean, listen to Joan Sutherland.
Well, it's also
Everybody
in bel canto.
talks
It's like,
about how she sounded like she had a mouthful of shit when she
Yeah.
sang, right? But she always sounded beautiful. She always sang beautifully.
yeah, but
So-
it's like you give them the text once and then you sing it 5 more times. So it's like, just fuck it. You know the words. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's true. Everybody knows the words to Que Jelly de Manina or something like that, and they don't need
Well,
to
I mean,
hear
like in
them
this
again.
bel canto stuff where it's like it comes again and there's like the.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Also.
you fucking heard it right.
Not to say that before we get a bunch of emails, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that she wasn't expressive. Of course, she was expressive. She was a very expressive
She's
singer.
putting the voice before the words. You mean?
Yeah, it seemed that way
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
But you can still combine it.
Yeah.
Like, because I am 100%. What you're saying, that's how I was brought up.
Yeah.
I was brought up to put the voice before the words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I would go note for note on or whatever my dad would say, and because he said you need to learn how to place the song, so if you don't hear anything, you still know you're on the right key. Which,
That's
by the
right.
way, didn't happen last Footloose, but the Footloose before.
Yeah.
They were literally just my partner in crime on stage. He was
Yeah.
really loud. He doesn't have anything to say in that number.
Okay.
That my ensemble girls were on really loud,
Yeah.
and then I heard the drums. So that was great.
And then, like, you just couldn't hear anything else or what?
Though I couldn't hear any piano. Something must have just gone that I literally couldn't.
So you had
I
no
li- I heard
harmony.
Just singing
that
that
was
key.
that whole.
Just
That
singing
was
that key.
literally anything I heard, and also the guys in the sound, the poor people, they were just like, I don't know what happened, but I heard it. And my colleague Benny, he was just like, you literally sang on key. I was like, yeah, because I know my placements of.
Yeah.
I was shitting my fucking pants. Sorry, because I was just like, what do I do? I literally was just, because you got like bum bum ba-dum bum, and I was like, there's no bum bum ba-dum bum. I just literally.
And then it's like you got muscle memory, and like,
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I could sing. The orchestra could not be playing sometimes, and I know that I'm going to be in the right.
because you've learned how to place. You know, in which you have to trust that you know your placement of where you're singing. Right. And I learned that from that. So also I do voice. I'm very expressive with my hands. Voice before words,
Hose.
actually. But
voice before host. What? Bros before host. What?
Yeah,
What?
Pardon, what?
Where are we?
I think
can't feel my
right
legs.
now, hose win all the way.
Right.
You know, but it's just you have to kind of. You have to find the balance because you want also the audience to understand what you're singing and why that's the emotion that you're then portraying. You need them to know that.
And I think people often they get like locked into like trying to do it like the right way. And if I can do it the right way, people will like it or something like that. But I think it's also you pick and choose your moments.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you got moments where it's like, I'm going to fucking belt the shit out of this.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck what vowel it is. I'm going to make the sound.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then you have moments where it's like people need to understand what I'm saying. And that's what being an artist is, you choose. Like you have the fucking whatever, the experience to choose those moments.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's what I mean. That's a combination.
Yeah.
So you like for me, I think because I think it's my sound is what makes people like my singing. But I fly on that, and then I'll drop a bomb there and then.
Yeah,
for
sure.
people to understand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree with you. I'm not sure it's necessarily your sound that makes people like what you're doing. Your sound is great. Your sound is objectively really good. It's what you're doing with the sound. Like, you can give a Stradivarius to a shitty student and it's not going to sound good. Your sound could only take you so far. It's you being able to use your sound the right way. And she's a stage monster. She just gets up there and fucking owns stuff.
Yeah, I've seen you in Footloose.
And
Did you see it?
Oh. And it's crazy. But if you weren't able to inhabit the role that way and kind of just like say, all right, all you sons of bitches, you're listening to me right now, right?
Yeah.
If you weren't able to do that, your voice is only getting you so far.
True. And by the way, just on that note, so usually we don't have so many issues in the show, but when did we play? Wednesday. We had Footloose, and our was it?
Use your words.
Was it?
Use your words.
Mix, stir.
No, the
Which?
turning
the Drehbühne.
Drehbühne.
The rotating stage.
The rotating stage did not move, and in that moment, that's the highest part I belt in the show, and I sing this with my two lovely dear friends, and they were singing because usually we get turned in, and they had a problem. It kept going front.
So you were like
back,
facing backstage.
Well, we literally were backstage,
okay.
and then my moment was on, and I just went right to the center because I was not going to do that off stage.
You are going to hear me.
If I'm using all my vocal ability, you will see me use all my vocal ability.
Nice.
And I was just like, ladies, let's go.
You just marched out there.
I did, and they came behind me, and then when we were finished, I just went off again. It's just
I love it. So can I ask you? I want to what?
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask you some questions about the musical theater scene in Germany because I didn't know there was much of a musical theater scene, honestly, until I moved here. Did you? Did you ever think about it?
No, not a second.
And
it's not your genre, is it?
No.
Well, no, but it's different here because I mean, if you're going to be a German musical theater singer, then you have to have some English because you're kind of ideal, right? Because you're fluent in German, you're fluent in English. Because all the musicals I've seen in Germany, it's like you do text dialogue in German and then you sing the songs in English normally.
Well,
Not all the
that's
time.
in Stadttheater and Staatstheater.
And so then
And that's also not the norm. That's because sometimes it depends.
Okay.
But like in the stage entertainment productions, it's always German.
the songs too.
Yeah.
So then
but
do you have songs that you're like doing in German and then like next year you're doing it in English, like you're like going back and forth then? Or like have you ever done Footloose all in German?
No.
No?
No,
okay.
no.
And not footloose. You can't Fußlos is not a thing.
No. And I like I did a Fiddle on the Roof. I now did in German.
Okay.
And but do you know the funny thing was we didn't play Footloose for a year.
Yeah.
And we did a Wiederaufnahme now.
Yeah.
And I've been working quite a bit recently, so my brain is a little bit full.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that big.
Yeah.
So the capacity is quite small. And I was just like, oh God, okay, we start rehearsing next week. But I was still in Magdeburg rehearsing Fiddler. And I said, oh God, what were the songs in German? Why can't I? And I was just trying to remember what we were doing in German till I literally realised that all the songs were in English. And I could not. I was like, und alle.
You're just trying to translate it
yeah,
live?
and I was like, why is nothing coming back? Nothing.
Nice.
And, so your brain does. But I usually do English songs and German lines, but there are, like, Hairspray had to be all in German because...
You were, like, touring and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
It always depends. It just depends on who's the director and who wants...
I see.
What. Like in Hair, which I did a couple of years ago, we actually did English and German songs.
So, can you give me a beer, Mike?
Yeah. I wonder, though, there should be somebody... So there's Hair.
Yeah.
There's Hairspray.
Yeah.
They need, like, hair gel.
Hair gel.
Or
Yeah,
something.
gel.
A new one.
I'll write it. I don't give a shit.
Do it, dude. Write it.
Well, so I want to. So like, a lot of our listeners.
Get you a beer, Jared.
Just please, you're on that side, man. I'm fucking over here recording and shit.
Gosh,
I
it's
got
really
my
hot,
response-
isn't it?
All of a sudden, right?
Can I open this up a little bit?
No, it's all right. I don't want to...
I don't know. Yeah, open it up, man. Open it up. It's fine.
It is nice out here.
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
then let some of
It's
that.
because it's 3 bodies.
Let some of the stank out.
Yeah.
Well, we got you sandwiched between Mike and I. You know?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So a lot of our singers are, of course, like, or a lot of our listeners are like opera people, and I'm actually myself curious. Like, when you go to an audition, right? Like, do you audition for musical theater stuff still, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Some people get to a point where the ball's just fucking rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not that. I'm not like that.
So
no.
so are you doing the same thing we're doing? You have an agent, a musical theater agent?
Depends.
Okay.
I have one.
Yeah.
Not everybody has one.
Are there a lot of theater agents? Because in
I
Germany,
think there are quite a few. Yeah, there are quite a few.
there's like 20 opera agents in every fucking city in Germany. You know.
Well, I don't know if it's that many, but there are definitely some well-known agencies, and then there are also agents that you can do kind of different things. You can have just an agent just literally once you get the job to do your contract negotiations,
Okay.
and then he's done.
Okay.
Or you can have someone like I have, who's always I'm always with him.
Involved in your
he's
career.
involved.
More like a manager.
No, he's not a manager, but
Okay.
he's always I'm with him. He's my agent.
Oh, you're exclusive with him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so see, you can be exclusive
It
with
can
an
be
agent
with
here.
different. Yeah, it can.
I think in the opera scene you can.
There's
Yeah, not really.
I think
Different.
it's illegal in Germany. In the opera scene, I think there's rules against being exclusive with an agent.
Oh.
In America, you can, and like in like Belgium and like Switzerland, but like I don't know anyone who has an exclusive agent in the
okay.
opera scene in Germany.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Well, I don't know if I sign it. See, I'm just there for the singing,
Right.
really.
I see.
I'm here for the art.
I'm not really yeah.
The paperwork.
No, I really don't like it.
So then when you go to an audition, it's like, are you bringing 5 songs? Like for us, it's like you bring 5 songs, French, German, Italian. Like we have like a standard
So
thing.
the norm is usually, unless others said, you have your set songs, which you have an up tempo, you have a ballad, something in German.
So you're not thinking like it's not like a 60s piece, like.
Oh no, yeah, you because we have lots of songs. So then I would take something out of the 60s, but you have these. You usually can bring a song,
Yeah.
and they say, or 2, because they have to choose between a up tempo and a ballad. But usually you have more with you, so in case they don't want to hear that, and then they
Okay.
send you material.
Yeah.
Which is if you're for a part, it's with scenes, and then you have 1 or 2 songs that you
So
have
you
to
have to
learn.
prepare stuff for an audition
Yeah.
normally. Poor.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a lot.
And then there's fucking
and-
dance auditions.
and-
Tell us about
And
that.
monologues and stuff too. Then,
Yes, you have your own monologue, which is oh my god,
Jesus, you guys work hard. Shit.
Literally, my whole life, I've had one monologue which was in English.
Really?
Till
Yeah.
about 4 years ago, and I've got a crappy German one. And
Yeah.
every time I have an audition, I'm back there, I'm like, God, I've got this fucking shit monologue, but I can't because I'm a traditionalist in everything.
Yeah.
Also, I still sing the audition songs that I learned when I was 18. I'm going to be 35 in October, by
Yeah.
the way.
If it ain't broke.
Well, you know,
it ain't
because
broke.
I learn new stuff. It's not that I don't
Yeah.
learn the material, but I'm terrible with nerves.
Yeah.
Like I can be loud and forceful.
Really?
Oh my god, I have the
For
sometimes
auditions or for performing? Both.
no performing. I'm nervous. I shit my pants and then I go into a different mode and I'm
Nice.
fine.
Then you clean up and you
And,
go.
and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Auditions.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Good
I hear
for
that.
My self-esteem
Yeah, auditions are
or
fucking
self.
terrible.
Everybody's better, especially because I'm a plus-size girl. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody who's thinner definitely knows their shit more than I do. And then I'm out there and I.
What does that have to do with knowing your
It's
shit?
just the way. It's just the way I think because somebody's there and they're beautiful. I'm like, oh, you're better.
Oh, that's the feeling you
It's
have.
my feeling, and then I'm so, and I try not to be caught up, and I try to be like nonchalant and just not give a shit. That makes me give a shit even more, and then I'm there, and I go into this, and I get this verbal diarrhea. Oh God, I'm dying. I get verbal diarrhea, and I talk so much. I usually
Before the audition, like to the other
no,
singers?
I go in like that.
Like
I
to the
talk
people at the
them,
audition?
Yes. bus.
You're like, oh, the bus was really hot today.
No, I'm just like, hi guys. So yeah, I just had my car. Usually my car breaks down. Literally, I have the oldest car, and everybody knows she's called Cinderella.
Classic.
She's a
Classic.
little shitter. And then I kind of always injure myself. I kind of open doors wrong because I'm so over the top nervous, and I'm trying to be so cool.
It sounds like you might be doing this on purpose. It sounds like you might be like, oh, I'm going to be the bumbling girl. Oh, I come in and I trip over something. And, really, I'm sorry. I can really do much better than this. But then you'd go,
no.
Sing.
So, if that would be my heart, I think I would win 20 more years of life.
Yeah.
No, I die. And that's why, sadly, I don't go to so many auditions because I really have fear and fright.
So then the auditions are really unique then, in that we want you to come sing this piece, do this monologue, bring a couple of your own pieces. So it's like you really tailor each audition to the gig.
Kind of, yeah. And if you have 5 auditions in a row, sometimes you have to cancel just because you cannot.
Because you can't learn all this shit.
It's so much because
That's
sometimes they send
wild.
you if you do a really big role, they'll send you, but then maybe you're also up for another role, and then but you could cover that as well. I've had friends who've had to prepare 7 things at the same time because they're like super swings. Swings are the life of musical theatre.
Explain what that is.
Is that like an Einspringer? Is that like
No. Swing is when they have. It's not like a cover. So if you do a cover, you're in the ensemble, and then you cover the lead or the.
That's a cover.
That's a cover. A swing. Well, they don't do all the tracks in the ensemble, but I think everybody has 3 or 4 tracks that they have to learn. And sometimes it's also a lead. Sometimes, it depends on the combination. The combination's always different. Okay. So if you're known as a swing and they already sent you, my friend, she once had 7 things to prepare for one audition, and she was auditioning 3 or 4 shows at that time. So she was just like, I am dying.
Wait, define the word swing for us, for people who don't know what that is. Define what that is exactly.
It's literally if somebody. I don't know how to define that.
They learn a lot of different parts in the show?
Yeah, you are there in case I go on stage, I break my toe, I can't go back on. They're in their costume and they're on.
So they learn all the parts in this fucking show.
You have not one swing. You usually have 3
couple.
or 4, and they all divide that.
So I think in the opera world that'd be if we did Bohème, I would learn 3 roles, you would learn 3 roles,
right.
She would learn all the women roles.
I would be doing Rodolfo, Parpignol, and maybe one other one.
Yeah, Marcello too. We'd share Marcello.
Well, you wouldn't do all the roles because swings usually do more the ensemble stuff, and they might have a role because you always have a cover of a role too.
Right.
You also have you always have an ensemble who covers a role.
Oh, so okay.
A swing does more the ensemble stuff, but they can also cover role. It always depends on where you are.
So if you have an ensemble of people, right? If you have A is the lead, B is in the ensemble, and C is in the ensemble. B is the cover of A, which means that A gets sick that night, B has to jump in,
and
C has to move over to B.
It's like football.
It's like
the B team and the C.
Yeah, and they are fierce.
Jesus.
They are triple threats, and they will. God, if you've ever met a swing, bow.
Yeah.
Literally, they work so hard.
Okay, that's fucking wild.
That's cool. That's cool. I like it.
Do you have to be able to dance to have a career in musical theater?
I think so.
Yeah. Because opera singing, you do not need to be able to dance.
I think you have to have some rhythm. I don't think everybody can really dance, but you have to kind of step touch.
At least you got to be able to be in an ensemble dance scene, right?
Wow. See, sweetheart.
Just tell me the truth.
No, there are people who cannot literally. They don't, but because they're so fierce and everything else, they kind of they kind of make their way through. I call myself a mover, so I would never say I'm a dancer. Okay. So on my resume,
are you also a shaker, a mover, and a shaker?
Babe, I'll shake anything you want. But so obviously I don't have a dancer's body, but I can move. I can do a plie or whatever.
You're kind of underselling yourself. This is a classic undersell.
No, but it's really hard to
dance.
say that you're a dancer. I'm not a dancer.
Coordination, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You have to kind of feel the music.
If the 3 of us did one of these classes where there's some instructor teaching you a dance in the front, I think you'd probably get it, and I think Mike and I would just fuck up the whole
no. I saw him rehearse for Kiss Me, Kate. He's not bad.
Well, Mike oversells. Mike's passable. But Mike, you don't fucking tell me you're a good dancer, all right?
But
I don't agree with you, dude. You didn't see Cabaret.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
was the conferencier. It was
Alright.
the MC. I had to dance my ass off, and it was so much fun. And
Yeah.
I think I did a pretty goddamn good
Oh,
job.
that's good. And so, you have
I think
to
I
be,
did a pretty. I'm
You
gonna
have to
say
be
the
kind
truth.
to yourself,
All right,
Michael.
man.
You have to
all
be
right,
good.
all right.
But like,
I believe it.
Jared,
Let's go
what the
take a dance
fuck?
class right now, man. I'll square dance with you.
well, like right now, I'm doing.
Just giving you
I'm
shit.
doing West Side Story.
Yeah.
And literally, I'm dancing. And I'm
Okay.
dancing, and I just stand there, and I'm just like, so, and I'm always waiting for the moment that she says, "So, B, you're not in this number," like,
Yeah.
and that's okay, like, I'm happy about that, and she ain't saying that,
Yeah.
and I keep doing all these things, and I'm just like, yeah, but no,
Well, like, I'm just on the show. I'm
just
just
do so
on
much.
stage the whole time. Yeah.
no, but it's all these dancey moves, and I'm just like, yes.
Do you know all the names? You know all the fancy names?
Yeah, my mom's a ballet teacher.
Oh
She
yeah,
would
that's
kill me
right.
if
So
she
you
would.
know all that. You all know
Yeah.
all that shit. See, that's where I would go downhill.
Yeah.
They'd be like, do a flirpé, and I'm like, okay,
A flip,
You just go for
a
it.
flirpé.
Yeah.
What's a flip?
Do you want a
should
double
know that.
flirpé?
Your
or-
mother-
yeah,
your
yeah,
mother is a
you should
ballerina.
talk to the flirpé.
What
You should
is
have
a
talked to the
flip,
flirpé.
Michael? I would
I
like
really
to
don't know.
know.
if I
It's
can-
it's like a florple
think you
floor,
mean
but
a
it's like
jeté.
it's more jumping.
It's a little closer to a dorple dorp than a flirple.
Yeah,
florp.
the dorp with a triple
Seriously, come
Oh, I
on.
love
a nip
it.
nup. Yeah.
A nip
love
nap. Sounds like alien like alien fucking dance moves.
Yeah.
A florp florp.
We could have gone a bit more fake Italian, but we,
We
went
definitely
alien
could
with
have.
it.
You didn't-
Or
you
French.
didn't-
We
you
should have
didn't
gone
do it.
fake French.
Yes, always the French.
The
chanson-
flirpé. The flirpé
flirpé.
sounds.
Yeah, or like the chanson foufou. Like,
Yes, you sound really, really knowledgeable coming to
I do. So I want to know what does the musical theater world think of opera singers? What's the general?
Yeah, that's good.
What's the opinion floating around
I'm not
there?
the whole musical theatre world. I think
But speak for them in this moment.
Oh yes, they'll love me for that.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I think there's this I think stigma that musical theatre people might not like opera. But
Yeah.
there are actually musical theatre people who actually also enjoy a lot of classical music.
Really?
You know,
So that's it's not, it's like there's this beef between the genres, and there doesn't need to be, because we like I have a lot of friends who just, because it's calming and it's good for your soul, and it it brings you down. It's not like, I listen to loud shit all the time.
Right.
Like I mean, what the world doesn't miss in my car. I have the best concerts, dude.
Nice.
If
I
people
know.
would hear what I sing alone in my car, I'm a world star.
Yeah.
think of all the great art that has been wasted under the
cars.
sound of an engine going down the highway and
3 hours in the night, just finished a show, you're on adrenaline, and you're just like, yeah,
fucking
just
driving.
back it out.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to think that like I don't know.
But
'Cause
wait,
in
you didn't
Amer-
answer the question.
Well,
What
because
does that-
America's, I wanted to say, because in America it's different, because the world never mix. The world's never mixed. The
In
opera world,
America,
the theater
never.
world, no. But you are sitting with Mike in the canteen at the Staatstheater.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
But
the
that's,
worlds are then closer
and that's why
in
I say
Germany.
I don't think I can answer this question fairly, because I'm not divided to that. I have opera choirs in different houses that I really love. I go into their gardens and I have cake with them, and I talk to them, and we have a glass of wine at the show, and
Yeah.
also so I have all this connection to the opera world, so I don't feel the beef. What I do feel sometimes is when somebody, I don't like it when people think that musical theatre isn't hard work or is not a valid art form, because
Yeah.
we work really hard and we try to
Yes, we
entertain
do.
the people,
Yeah.
and
there's-
we do, and and like Footloose, yes, Footloose is very light entertainment. It's for the heart, it's for the laughs, and that's fine, but there are other pieces out there that are, that have more oomph and more balls, thank you, and also everything is valid, and there is room enough in this world for everything.
Yeah, sure, of
You
course,
know,
of
and
course.
Yeah, people get about musical theater when it comes from the opera side. Opera singers, unfortunately,
Yeah.
the stereotype about opera singers oftentimes being snooty as fuck is true.
Yeah.
Is true. They're oftentimes snooty as fuck, and
What-
they poo-poo shit that's
But
not
then
there.
I'm not joking, but sometimes they will turn around and say, "Do you know what? I didn't think I'd like it,
Yeah.
but I'm having a lot of fun." I've heard
It's
that a
that
lot.
lobster, remember?
That fucking
What's
lobster.
happening?
Like sometimes when this stuff gets like a little wet or something, there's like this lobster that it comes up.
It's getting wet.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Sorry, Mum.
There's our preview. There's our preview. There's the preview.
Oh, by the way,
Let's
it's
all
my
get
mum's
wet.
birthday today.
Tomorrow. Well, today, I guess. Yeah,
Birthday
dude.
to you.
Oh, there you go, Mum. That's for Michael.
How old's your
Aw.
mom turning?
My mum's going to be
32.
65.
Yes.
Nice.
You're welcome, Mummy. I
The
love
new
you.
55.
She's
Gorgeous.
amazing.
65 is
She's
the
a queen.
new 64.
That's fantastic. Where is she? She's still in Germany? Or
Yeah,
where?
she's in Dawson.
Ah,
We still
okay.
have our school.
Tell her to come on down to the studio.
It's only about 300 kilometers.
Yeah.
No,
Take it off with some coffee and cake.
say about that.
There's going to be a party.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This thing is squeaking up a storm over here.
Fuck it, let's Squeaks McGee in here. I don't even think the people can hear it. We're just reacting to like a ghost.
I don't know. I think the last time they got
hearers.
the lobster. Oh,
Oh, we
man.
were talking about the difference between the two. You know what though?
What?
I heard just the other day. I heard a musical theater singer backstage going, and no joke. I ran up to him. I was so happy. He was like, "Que gelida manina."
Yeah, just pop
I'm like,
singing it.
what?
Yeah, cool.
What? Why are you singing that? He's like, "Cause it's fucking awesome." I'm like, "Yes, it is.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yes, it is." And by the way, oh, sorry, I got to say one more thing about this because you're right about one thing.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right about one thing.
Tell me.
And that is not you, her.
Oh, there
Well,
you
look
go.
at her when you're talking to her, man. You were looking into
But
my
I did enjoy
fucking
that low
soul.
voice right there. That was
like
quite
that?
sexy, yeah.
Didn't tell her.
The one
Didn't
thing, and I, if I might, sometimes I shit on opera singers maybe a little bit too much, but sometimes they deserve it. And this is one of those moments. You know, opera singers, if somebody tells them they're doing this wrong,
tell her.
or they're singing this note wrong,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or whatever goes wrong in a rehearsal,
Yeah.
excuses galore.
Yeah.
It was because of this. It was because of this. It was because of this.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never in the musical. I watch these rehearsals. They get done doing something, and the choreographer comes up and says, "That was wrong." They put their hands on their hips, nod, and say, "Yeah, okay."
I feel
Okay,
like though.
no excuses. Just fucking do it right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it. I feel like the opera world's very competitive, but for some reason, I have the feeling that the theater world might be more competitive.
It's just that the work ethic. I feel, if I might say, if I were to compare the two, I'd say the work ethic in musical theater fucking kicks the.
Well, you
nuts
have
off
to
of
have the work ethic.
Yeah.
I can't say anything to opera because I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. But like also, if you respect the choreographer, you want to get their shit right. So
Yeah.
because you're kind of like the message board of her creative vision.
Okay.
You're the person portraying that. Like I know that's always that's why I get so stressed when I'm
Yeah.
just like, ooh, because I don't want to be the wrong person in the picture.
I see.
It's always in pictures. And
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, if you're the one person that's doing it wrong,
Yeah.
it breaks the magic moment. So you have that goal in your mind,
Yeah.
that pictures, in Kiss Me Kate and Too Darn Hot, we have it at the end where all the ensemble's just together. And if one is wrong,
Yeah.
the impact is not as strong.
That's the thing,
And
like-
you have to have that impact, and you want that impact because
Yeah.
it's your work that you've worked for so long, and you want the audience, and they scream every time.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is I get the feeling just from this conversation that in theater, you're kind of allowed to be an individual. Like, because you guys don't really have a Fach system, right? Like we do. You know what I mean? Like in the opera world, you're not just a baritone. It's like you are a cavalier baritone. You're a dramatic baritone. You're a buffo baritone. There's like many different types of baritones. And so then in the opera world, people often identify as their Fach. So then they start to kind of like feel not feel special, but like you know what I mean? Like they will like, because they are this Fach, they are then unique. Like I am a dramatic singer and there's only 5 of us out there. You know what I mean? Like this type of shit.
Okay.
But in the theater world, I get the impression that you're kind of left to be yourself and you sell yourself as a package, but you're not like limited on the roles you can sing, are you? Like because you sang in Hairspray, there's no way you could fucking sing in this musical.
Oh, no.
That doesn't really exist, right?
No, it does.
It does?
No.
Okay.
So, I mean, we have this Schubladendenken,
Okay.
which is
There's a drawer.
it's a drawer.
Yeah.
And you get put in the drawer. So I'm a big girl.
Okay.
So what do? I play funny haha. I play the sidekick.
But does it have to do with your
Okay.
voice? That has
No,
to do
that's the way I look.
Okay.
So it's a
You
lot on
do
looks.
have a particular talent though for being funny though. Yeah. No, seriously
you.
though, that is something that
Yes,
you do
but-
well, and thank God, right?
And it's fun and I love it. But now in Kiss Me Kate, I play Lois Lane, the one with the long legs.
Yeah.
Yes, come and see the show. Mine is
Yes.
short. And that is not the norm. And that doesn't happen. You do not see a big Lois Lane because beauty is to be long and slender and to be,
So in this case, you weren't put in the.
She did hard air quotes there, by the way, if you couldn't see.
yeah, sorry. I think we're all beautiful.
No, she's talking about the traditional.
The traditional casting is that
concept.
you have a slender person, and,
Yeah.
and the princess is always the slender person.
Right.
And my friend and director, who we were talking about this now, my 6th show with him, he likes to push those barriers, and he likes to be, go against
Cool.
that. And so, you know, he just came up to me and said, I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think you can do it? And then, oh, my, you know, my signals went up. And I was like, oh, God, no, can't do that. No, don't do sex, do comedy. No. And, you know, but it worked. It took me 10 days to get into the frame of mind of letting go. Once I let go, I'm fine. It's when I'm not. That's why auditions are so shitty, because I can't let go.
There's no time.
If I let go, I'm, you know, let me go in there, do a pre-audition, go out, come back in, and then I'll be my normal self.
The other thing is, if you were to go in and audition, if you were to go into an audition for that role, right? You're competing against every other person they've ever seen in that role, and you can't do the scenes beforehand to establish a character. You're already you have to just establish it right there. So it's nice that you have somebody who's pushing that. By the way, sexy isn't just body. Sexy is emotion. Sexy is how you're presented.
It's mostly that.
It's mostly that. Goddamn, it's confidence.
But the norm is still that is not, you know, and so it's really fun. It's so fun to be Lois Lane now. I enjoy it, but I also enjoy being Rusty, and I also enjoy, you know,
Are you model in Anatevka?
It was Hoddle.
Hoddle. Mm-hmm. Which one is which?
Model is the boy, so that's not the daughter.
Okay. Hey, let's push some boundaries. Let's push some barriers.
You want to push? Let's push, baby.
Let's push. Hoddle's the one who sings the song.
Oh shit, that one, yeah.
She's the young one who goes away with Perchik to Russia.
I see. Yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, that's not Ben. That's not Ben, is it?
Ben? Who's Ben?
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
He's in Anatevka.
No, he was Model, but JP Chuck. He was my Perchik.
Oh.
I know you guys fucking lost me. You just dropped like 10 names there.
Model is the one.
It took me a while.
Model is the one that sings maybe the worst, most annoying.
Oh, but
sound
he sang it so beautiful.
Wonder of wonder, miracle, a miracle.
But see Benny there, he kind of popped it up a bit, and it was great.
Yeah.
But like my song, I did not pop up.
Okay.
But I did put I have quite big dynamics.
Yeah.
So you know,
that girl had some big dynamics.
I have to work. I have to do something that I'm allowed to do from me at some point. So I did it there, and it was fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like me whenever I'm casting musical theater stuff. I always tell people, look, I'll do it, but I gotta kind of do it my way.
Yeah,
because I can't do. Like what I can't really switch my voice that way, and it would just be fake. I would just be doing an impression of somebody else doing it. I'll do it if I can do myself.
But man,
I can do my voice.
But is it fake if you switch a voice? I don't think it's fake.
No, not if you switch your voice.
I have different colors in my voice that I can produce, but it's not fake.
I have different colors, but one of my colors is not particularly the standard musical theater model.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Which means,
but also, I think the difference is if you're doing something within your like palette to try to satisfy a role, that's different than like I'm going to try something. I hope it's what you want. You know, it's different to like be trying to make somebody happy.
That's the thing.
Then it's unauthentic. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole problem in an audition, isn't it? Because that's the conflict.
Yeah.
You want them. Because I desperately want everybody always to like me. Yeah. Never gonna happen. But you know, so when people say, "I just think you don't want the job," I'm like, "Yeah, but I still want them to think I'm great."
Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then that's the conflict. So I want to be like, "Oh, I hope I'm doing it how you want it." At the same time, like, "No, I want to do it my way."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I go through risks. I had a workshop in a company once, workshopping a new piece, and they were very big on following the way the song was written, but it was too low for me. And if something's too low for me, I'll change it.
Yeah.
Because I want.
Oh, I wish you could do that in opera. Huh?
I want
Me too.
I want to make it that you hear my special bit.
Yeah.
And that my special bit isn't that low.
Okay.
You know.
So if it goes down too deep, then you just like rewrite the melody a bit to kind of avoid that.
Yeah. And I always do. Yeah. Well, I don't do it. I don't do it like I don't sit there and be like, well, I'm gonna do it like that. It just comes out of me.
Yeah.
Like I just want to do it. Either I work with a friend on this particular thing. I actually work with a friend on it, but you know, sometimes it just automatically goes a different way. You know, also,
it's crazy that you can be that spontaneous because it makes it very authentic then.
Yeah,
but like in our world, that just doesn't exist.
But also because I think I respect.
Yeah,
I still respect the composition. I do. I never change a song that much that you can't recognize the song or anything. But I will change little bits to make them my own. And so they said the first people that heard this were just like, that's not the way it's written. I don't know if the guys are going to think it's cool. I was like, yeah, but can I try it anyway? And that took a lot of balls for me.
Yeah,
because,
good for you.
Yeah, but I was kind of also Britain it, you know. that was hard because I was just like, ooh, because now you have to deliver. But I did deliver, and it worked out.
But it was fucking awesome.
It was no. But you never know.
Special.
But that's the whole thing because I'm not so. I do prepare a lot of things, but a lot of things I don't prepare.
Sure.
And then you're just like, oh, is it going to work this time? Let it work. But like also I do band stuff, and we just did a couple months ago. We just did the band started playing Hello from Adele. And there's this normal melody, but they were playing other chords. And we went into this 5-minute rendition. Nobody recorded it, so we never really know what happened.
Yeah.
But it was magical.
Yeah.
Because because my boyfriend plays in the band, he's the bass player.
Right.
So, and because they changed a few lines, a few chords, and a few, different tempi, we went into this mega rock version of Hello.
Cool.
And nobody recorded it, so we could never get it back to that, But it was for that moment. That was music. That was celebrating the moment.
Yeah.
And it made me so happy. That fulfilled my heart so much.
Aw, listen to her talk about that shit, baby.
I love
Goose pebbles.
I love it. Come on. We don't save lives, and we're allowed to sing.
Yeah.
Bus driver has like how many people? 80 people.
Yeah.
You could kill.
Yeah.
Like literally, if something happens to us, we don't kill anybody.
Yeah, but I've made some people want to kill themselves with my voice before.
Oh, I've done that too. When I sing off key.
You sang off key with nobody else.
Yeah, you sang off key when there was no key. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was talent. That was real talent.
I love it.
Well, Mike, we got to start wrapping things up here.
Are you serious?
It's where?
Has it been that?
We're about an hour. We got to do some stuff over here.
Oh my God! You got to help us announce some sponsors. We got new sponsors
like
this week.
Sponsors.
Okay. You want to move on to that then? You got
Is
any
that
more
not
questions?
what you wanted to do?
Well, I want you to ask your final questions, man. If you got any.
No, fuck it.
Final.
You're good. Okay, cool. Well, I'll come back to it. Okay, so we got 2 new sponsors for our Patreon. We got Adam Arnold.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Go on, Adam.
Adam Arnold, thank you so much for your sponsorship. And then
we've got Nelly Gabalabalina.
Literally, who can read that?
that's my handwriting.
Did you write
My handwriting straight up has not changed since I was in 5th grade.
It's great, yeah.
Gibaldulina?
What
or
does that say?
Nelly Gibaldulina, I'm guessing.
Go, Nelly.
Go, Nelly.
Go, Nelly.
And you'll get another shout out when we can read your name.
Yeah. Some people send us like a phonetic spelling of their name when we fuck it up
you
that
just
badly.
need to spell. I can't. Is it?
That's Giba
D.
U
Oh.
Llina.
Well, where's there? There's no U.
Between the D and
There's
the
a fucking U.
Okay, I lost my glasses like 2 years ago.
Nelly
Did you think
Gibaldulina.
that was an N, so it was Gibaldulina?
Yes, I was just
All
like,
right. It's my fault. I take full blame. Listen, the 2 of you, thank you so much for your sponsorship. I've sent you passwords. You can now access our secret sponsor section. Thanks so much for that. Hey, go get her something from the warehouse, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your sponsorship.
I'm just your little fucking puppy today, aren't I?
You sit on that side of the table,
he's
man.
literally your bitch. I love it.
All right.
Catch.
Oh my God. So we are in the middle of a t-shirt crisis, unfortunately.
Aw.
We're backed up on orders. So you have the hat. So
Do you wear hats?
I don't, so I'm gonna get a T-shirt when they're back.
yeah.
Okay, I'll get you a T-shirt then.
I
Thank
just
you.
unplugged myself. Yeah, sorry, we're backed up on
But I
t-shirts
kind
at
of
the
keep the
moment.
hat too.
That's what it looks
I
like,
want it
okay?
both.
Yeah, well, you can have both. For you,
Because I'm the first girl on the show.
That's
yeah,
right.
and for you're gonna get the hat and the
strong
shirt.
women and stuff.
Also, please make sure you go to our website. I have all. Do you have a website they can visit?
No.
Okay, well then I'm gonna link them to like
I have
your Instagram. So go to our website, go to our guest page. You'll find a picture of Bea, and then you can click on her photo, and you can go to her Instagram.
And maybe my Facebook page.
And yeah, whatever. You'll give me the links.
I'll give them.
Go to our website. You can find her stuff. Listen to her sing. She's really fucking awesome. I had a great time talking to you today and finding out some stuff about the theater world. Mike, any closing words?
Nah, I didn't
any
have
thoughts
such a
or
great
feelings?
time. It was weird.
Oh, shut
It was
up.
a weird thing.
But thank you guys. I could talk for another hour. I mean, we don't.
Honestly, there's
It's
all
so much
kinds of
fun.
stuff.
If you
we
guys didn't have
get
to sing tonight, we can get into it. But you actually have to be
Yeah,
somewhere
I
in
have
like
to
10 minutes.
I have to literally go.
So I'm on it. So all right, thanks everybody. Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.